Welcome back to Crawford Stadium. We're about to enter the fourth quarter. North Penn leading 13-7 in a very hotly contested ball game. 3rd down and 4, ball on the 18. While we have the chance now, number 1 CB West, as we said, is at Pennsbury tomorrow. Lansdale Catholic, number 2, is at St. Pius X. We'll pick up the action here. Look at the schedule after this play. The Queens formation. Parentozzi back, looking over the middle, deflected, incomplete. Number 3, Neshaminy, is against Ben Salem tonight. Number 4, Hatboro Horsham is against William Tennant tonight. Plymouth Whitemarsh plays host to Pocono Mountain. Number 6, LaSalle opens their season tomorrow versus Valley Forge Military Academy. CB East is against Truman tonight. Number 8, Germantown Academy travels to Archbishop Wood tomorrow. Number 9, Methacton versus Cheltenham tomorrow. And number 10, Upper Moreland, coached by former North Penn coach Joe Shannon, is at Bristol tomorrow. Here's the snap. Parentozzi gets it away. An end-over-end wobbler. Fair catch. Signal for and caught at the 50-yard line.
On that last play on that punt, the referee signaled that it got deflected again. They're really having a hard time containing the defensive push on the punts. I don't know what's going on down there.
Definitely. I mean, North Penn, just a block punt is the last thing they need right now.
Especially,
that's a huge momentum builder.
Yes. Good field position right here for Council Rock. Not that good of a punt, but there's nothing you can do about it when it gets tipped.
Exactly. I mean, you have to give your punter time. So we'll see what happens, what Council Rock can do. They have a full quarter. They got 3 timeouts. Ball at the 50-yard line at midfield. Twins left. Wade the single setback. Off tackle to Wade. Once again, off tackle. Pete Myers on the stop, along with number 40, Jason Payne.
Wade on that play, he almost broke that if Pete Myers didn't come in and make that little trip up. And then the initial final hit. Wade almost broke that, though. He really does a good job of cutting back and moving. He's never in one spot. That throws off the defense.
Especially for a big guy, too.
Yeah,
you don't expect that from guys like that. He's really running like a Bam Morris almost.
Yeah, we said he was a fullback, but he runs more like a running back.
Exactly. He's listed as a fullback, so you never know. Warg and Wade in the backfield. Look for the reverse here. Look out.
Wow.
Big gain for the first down. That's Bill Chifo on the reverse. I saw that coming, but we can see that better than they can down there.
There was a nice block on the side where the reverse came to. I'm not sure by who because I couldn't see the number.
Exactly.
But he really gave the defensive end a real good pop on that play.
Yeah, it wasn't a real big hit, but the positioning of it was the real key thing. He got in between him and the running back, and that's the key to blocking. Not necessarily strength, but positioning and angle.
That was a good play call by the Council Rock.
Yeah, definitely. Another misdirection play. 1st and 10, ball on the North Penn 36, 10:40 to go. Jones in the backfield with Warg. They're going Jones off tackle. Stuffed. Not much doing there. Pete Myers having a great game on defense for North Penn, making that tackle with a little help from Martin Leonard.
There really was no hole there for Jones to get through, but besides that, he really didn't do too much on that play.
Yeah, not his best individual effort, but like you said, not much to run for, not much daylight on that play. We have 2nd and 9, 10 minutes to go. Ball on the 35-yard line in North Penn.
You would think they'd be passing here, but with Caton's problems tonight, it's not a definite.
Split left, Joe Coleman and Bill Chifo. They're going off tackle here. Jones stuffed for a loss by Leonard, Michaels, and Myers. A huge play for a loss. North Penn defense stepping up when they need to, Joe.
That's just killing the drive right there. Especially on that play. Jones is not doing as good a job as Wade. That's just obvious right now. I'm not sure about giving the ball to him. I'm not a coach or anything, but
3rd and 14 now on that 5-yard loss. That's a crucial play for the defense. They're going to have to air it out here.
They have to. It's either that or some sort of trick play.
Eric Blair split left. Play action pass. Screen set up. Drilled for a loss. Look at that coverage by Martin Leonard. He saw that all the way. That screen pass did not work as well as they wanted. Once again, another loss by Jones.
That's just great anticipation by Martin Leonard. So on the last play, he really made a nice play, too. He's really playing a good game.
Yeah, huge individual effort. They're going to put a flag down on this, though. We'll see what they can do. Officials timeout. Looks like Pete Myers is a little shaken up out there.
He might have got the wind knocked out of him on that play.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's too hurt, but we can never guess. We don't know what's going on. Of course, Pete Myers having a huge game. It's sad to see him injured right now. We'll see what they're going to do with him.
But speaking of Martin Leonard, it is his first game back, and it looks like he's really pumped up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. While the trainers are tending to Pete Myers, we're going to take a break here. We'll be back on North Penn Television 16 with the rest of this game. 8:48 to go. 13-7 North Penn.
Sally wants to be a surgeon when she grows up. Maybe someday she'll operate on you. Now, would you like this free booklet of simple ways you can help improve her education? Call 1-800-96-PROMISE.
All right, welcome back. 8:48 to go, 13-7 North Penn in the fourth quarter, excuse me. Myers just a bit shaken up. He should be able to re-enter, though, walking off on his own power. Just got the wind knocked out of him. Council Rock will be punting on 4th and 19. High snap. Gotten away, another beautiful spiral. Mims is going to take this one. Look out. Good cut by Mims. Out to the 10. 12, still on his feet. He'll get to the 12-yard line on forward progress. Stopped by number 55, Rob Kaler, and number 33, Greg Ortman.
Anytime you get tangled up by one player, you're definitely going to get a nice shot by another one.
Yeah, that's the job on coverage. But unfortunately for the Knights, this is huge. Lou Mims is injured. Lou Mims is having an excellent game, and you just don't like to see this. And it doesn't look good. He's not moving a lot on the ground. We can only hope the best for Lou.
You never like to see anybody get injured in games like this.
I mean, especially Lou Mims, who's just absolutely blown up this game and had a great job this whole... I mean, you just can't ask for anything more out of an individual. Taking a look at Council Rock's schedule, next week they'll be home against Neshaminy, a very tough team. North Penn next week will be on the road at Ben Salem against Keith Davis, one of the area's premier running backs, who is also the state champion in the 100 and 200 meter dash. Lou Mims looks like he's all right, walking off on his own power. Trainer Dave DeFusco is going to take a look at him, see if he can get him back in the game. North Penn pinned down again by that great punt. 13-yard line is where the ball is spotted. 1st and 10. Parentozzi on the quick pitch to Heike Johnson. Cuts it up. Pickup of about 3 or 2. Not much doing on that quick pitch.
It was a good job by Johnson, though, to get outside. You don't want to get trapped in the middle on a pitch play. You want to try to make it outside. And he did turn the corner. He just got tripped up by the linebackers.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 8 for North Penn. Pick up a 2 on that play. Ball on the 15-yard line. Big key for North Penn right now is just to hang on to the ball.
Yeah, possession is the most important thing right now.
Timeout on the field. That's just an official's timeout. They had to respot the ball. 2nd down and 8. Clock running at 8:05. Ball on the 15. Johnson coming out for the Knights.
On this play, they might try a pass. Parentozzi really hasn't thrown that much here in the second half.
Yeah,
they might try to air it out here.
Once again, you got to think ball control, though. Inside of 7:45 now. Huge offensive line right there. They had no wide receivers. Vielhauer powers his way up almost to the 19-yard line. Pickup of about 3, we'll call it. And yet another North Penn player is injured. This time, this is really not good news for the Knights. This is Dave Koslow down on the field. So the Knights continue. That's 3 injured Knights in this quarter alone. Koslow lying on his back. But he's sitting up now. That's good to see. It looks like he might just have a cramp, or it could be his ankle.
He's laying kind of sort of back down now.
Dave DeFusco, our trainer, does a nice job with all these athletes at all the sports at North Penn.
He really does.
Really, being an athlete on the wrestling team and you being on the basketball team, we really appreciate what he does. whether it be just some ice or, I mean, anything.
And he takes everything seriously,
Exactly.
no matter what the injury is.
Exactly. Koslow limping off the field appears to be favoring that right ankle.
He might just have to get it taped up. I'm not sure if he'll come back, seeing how there's only 7 minutes and 34 seconds left. But
yeah, I know Dave, though. If he wants to play, he'll be in.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Third and 4. Ball on the 19-yard line. Big play here for North Penn. Too wide for North Penn. Vielhauer and Fitzpatrick. Parentozzi on the quarterback draw is
man.
straight up stuffed on that one.
He really got hammered on that play.
Andrew Wirtz, the defensive captain, throws all of his 217 pounds into Parentozzi's sternum. He went down like a pile of bricks on that one, Joe.
Yeah, Wirtz really did a good job not being fooled by the drop back, then coming back with the quarterback sneak.
You don't even have to take a physics class, and anybody will tell you, 215 pounds against our quarterback, Tom Parentozzi's 165. That isn't going to happen.
He's going to be hurting tomorrow.
Timeout North Penn. It's their second in the second half. That could be a problem for North Penn if they get into a close game. If Council Rock should happen to come back and take the lead, they're only going to have one timeout when it comes down to it at the end of the game.
The offensive line right here on this punt has really got to work on not letting anybody in. If there's a block punt here, or maybe even a short tip, it's not going to be a good thing for North Penn, pretty much.
Parentozzi has to give it his best effort right now.
He's really got to shorten up his time of punting the ball.
Yeah, and I mean the offensive line and those three guys that are split in the backfield, they really need to, get into their man and not let him back through. So if you have guys bringing it, you're just not going to be able to get that punt off in time. And really the key to punt returns on punt offense, you have to take the inside man. Let the outside man go.
Right.
If you're playing on the end and you have a guy coming from the outside, let him go, give him maybe a shot, and then turn to the inside and pick up whoever's on the inside. He's more dangerous. 4th and 3, 6:39 to go. Parentozzi's punt is clearly away, end over end, not very far, but they're going to let it bounce. Picked up by Joe Coleman, trying to find some room out to the 49-yard line. A return of about 6 yards. Not bad by Coleman. Didn't have much to run for there.
Coleman did a good job of just getting his momentum going upfield, because you never want to go backwards on the punt return.
Exactly. They always tell you go north, not south.
Right. That punt wasn't the best of punts from Tom Parentozzi, but it did the job. He didn't get blocked.
Well, North Penn got lucky there. I was surprised that Chris Mahoney didn't catch that in the air at the 50. Instead, he let it bounce. And then Jones had to pick it up at his own 45. So that's a good 5-10-yard swing right there. So North Penn back on defense. Got to buckle down now. 6:27 to go. 1st and 10, Council Rock. In motion was Mahoney. Split left now. Here goes Ward. Look out. Off tackle again. Close to a first down. Pickup of at least 9, maybe more.
Wade is really doing a good job here. It's the same play we've been seeing all night, and they just still can't seem to stop it.
Yet another injury to North Penn. This is just devastating. Their defense and everything else. Trying to pick up the number on that player. It looks like he's pretty shaken up, too.
Looks like
Number 52, that's
Bloom.
Jeff Bloom.
Or, yes, Jeff Bloom.
Playing both ways, of course. He's the center, and he's also on the defensive line. While they're taking a look at him, we're going to take a break. 6:15 to go, 13-7 North Penn. We'll be back after this.
Billy wants to work on airplanes when he grows up. Maybe one that you fly in. Now, would you like this free booklet of simple ways you can help improve his education? Call 1-800-96-PROMISE.
Jeff Bloom walking off the field on his own power. Looks like it might have just been a cramp.
Yeah, that's always a good sign. You don't want a serious injury, especially in the fourth quarter of a game.
Exactly.
He has played a good game, though.
That's also the fourth injury that North Penn's had in the fourth quarter. It's just not a good sign. Might be something a little more serious for Bloom, though. He's limping off, and once again, our trainer, Dave DeFusco, is going to take a look at him. Looks like they might be looking at his ankle. They're unlacing his shoe.
Nope.
Meantime, they're measuring the football. They thought it was close enough for a measurement. Second and about maybe a half a yard. Now here, Council Rock, even though they've been having trouble with it, might try to air it out. You never know.
Coaches always like to give their quarterbacks another try to regain their confidence, especially for their next game going into it, if seeing how it's the fourth quarter. You never want your quarterback being negative. You always want them thinking positive.
Exactly. And I mean, quarterbacks, their main X factor is their confidence level. And once quarterbacks lose their confidence, you may not see them complete a pass for the rest of the game.
Right.
Conceivably. So we'll see what happens here. Second and very short.
This is another important drive for Council Rock. They've had a lot of them this game, and this one really means the most, I think.
Second and inches, 6:07 to go. They're just going to give it to Warg. He'll pick up about 5 and a Council Rock first down. That time up the middle.
That's where they've been having problems this game, and it looks like they just opened one up there. It's a good hole for Wade to go through.
Vince Rama going off for Council Rock. See what Heike Johnson and the rest of the North Penn defense can do. First and 10, Council Rock, 5:45 to go. Ball on the North Penn 33-yard line. Caden drops back, a shovel pass to Wade. Only got about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 on that. Good job by the North Penn linebackers to pick that up.
That was a nice play by the quarterback there, Caden. I'm not sure if that was the original play or that might have been his safety valve, but whatever it was, he got rid of the ball and didn't take the loss, and that's the important thing for Council Rock here. You don't want a loss of yards.
Definitely. Split left for Council Rock is number 2, Chris Mahoney. Caton audibleizing. There's Warg up the middle. Look out.
Oh.
Just tripped up at the last second by Kenrick Smith. Good job by Kenrick. Wade almost broke that one.
Yeah, Wade is doing a really good job now. He's really picking it up. He's showing his senior. Wait, he's a junior, isn't he? My bad.
Look out. He'll be back next year.
That's a scary thought. He's so good, I thought he was a senior.
4:50 to go and running. First and 10. Ball on the North Penn 20. The only thing North Penn can hope for, if there's any good in Council Rock scoring, it's if Council Rock scores quick. So North Penn has a lot of time to move the ball to the other end of the field.
And North Penn does have that no-huddle offense, which they can work.
We saw that 2-minute drill at the end of the first half. Once again, Caden audibleizing up the middle to Warg. This time he's stuffed. Nate Vielhauer, the senior captain on defense, showing Warg that he can take it. Good job by the defense.
There's nothing doing there. Wade had nothing to work with. Even good runners, if there's no hole, good runner can't do anything with it.
Exactly.
It's all based around the offensive line. They don't get much credit. The running back gets all the fame, but the offensive line deserves most of the credit.
4 minutes to go and running. Second and 8. Ball on the North Penn 18. Caton drops back, quick pass over the middle, picked off by Heike Johnson. He's got room after the 20, 25, 30, 35. And out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Make that the 30-yard line. Heike Johnson with a beautiful defensive play. Good job by Heike Johnson. A great individual effort. Once again, Caton overthrowing his receiver, costing Council Rock when it counts.
A thing that might be coming into play with Caton is he's only 5'11", and it's hard to see over a big line, and he's got to anticipate better. It doesn't look like he's got all the kinks out yet of an early season
Exactly.
play.
That was only a 3-step drop.
Right.
And without having a 5 or 7-step drop, you're not going to be able to see over that offensive line as much as you should. And he just threw a quick 3-step dump pass, overthrew his receiver. Heike Johnson steps up and makes the play. Good job by Johnson, the sophomore.
North Penn just can't turn over the ball here on this drive.
Payne split way right. Parentozzi long count. I think they're going to get a delay of game here. They might have taken too much time. And that is the call. It's a 5-yard penalty. That's North Penn's first penalty of the game, Joe.
That's amazing. We've played almost the whole game so far. Here we are in the late end of the fourth quarter, and that's their first penalty.
Exactly, and that has been sort of the difference in this game. when you talk about field position, you're talking about penalties that are costing teams yards in crucial downs. I mean, one of the big keys to this game, Council Rock could have had excellent field position on the second drive of the game, but they went and had a roughing the kicker penalty. Parentozzi got a chance to, or actually they had a whole new drive then, so just a strange turn of events. 1st and 15, 3:41 to go. Quick fullback draw to Nate Vielhauer. Look at him go, almost to the first down. Did they give it to him on the spot? We'll see.
I think he might be a little short.
Yeah, they're going to take it back where his knees went down and not the hands.
It's good explosion by Vielhauer on that play.
Definitely. Pick up a 14 and a half, second and less than a yard to go. Clock is running, 3:10 to go. Clock is on North Penn's side right now with only a 6-point lead. Council Rock does have all their timeouts, however.
They really have to worry about getting this first down.
Definitely. This is, I mean, you like to say air it out here, but you just got to play it safe. Vielhauer, the single setback, give off to him, and he's stuffed. A whole load of Council Rock defenders, led by number 60. That was Tony Malone.
There was nothing there for Vielhauer to work with, unlike the last play where he had a big hole and just ran right through it.
Council Rock taking their first timeout now. 2:49 is where the clock stops. It'll be a 3rd and 1 once we get back in play here. Ball is on the North Penn 39.
You might see a sweep with Johnson here, or they might try to just put Vielhauer right back in.
Yeah, I don't know about running outside here because that gives the defense a lot of time to react. You might even want to try to sneak it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Definitely, they're running. I mean, we figured that out.
Yeah.
3rd and short, when you're up by 6, you don't want to risk an interception. You're going to have to keep the ball on the ground now. And really, I mean, they're looking at a half a yard, and you can usually get that with a sneak. So we'll see what they do here coming up after this timeout.
North Penn's Coach Pettine, has got a tough call here. It's not that tough of a call, but it's going to still take a lot of thinking on his part. If this was earlier in the game, you'd probably see them go long for a pass, but seeing how they're up 6 points with 2:50 left, it's unlikely.
But the $64,000 question, Joe. If they don't get it here, what do they do?
Exactly.
We'll find out. Here we go. 2:49 to go. 3rd and inches. A huge play. Full house backfield. Parentozzi on the sneak, and he has the first down, I think.
Pretty sure about that. It's
first down, North Penn. 2:44 to go.
That's just a traditional quarterback sneak right
exactly.
there. The line collapses, and the quarterback just dives through.
Council Rock has called another timeout.
They're in almost like a disarray now. Council Rock needs the ball, but they can't get it because they're not passing. There's no interception opportunity.
Exactly. Actually, Joe, they're going to measure here.
Are they really?
So that was not a Council Rock timeout. That was an official's timeout. So Council Rock does still have 2 timeouts left. This is key right here.
I saw the head referee signal first down already. I'm surprised that...
Yeah, well, the other team can request a measurement, so we'll see.
Yeah.
First down, North Penn. Huge.
They had it by a ball line.
Definitely. 2:44 to go. Clock will start on the positioning of the chains unless Council Rock will call another timeout.
That play really opened up North Penn's drive now. They've got a lot of time to work with.
Now they have a fresh set of downs. You know, they're on their own 40-yard line. So worst comes to worst, go 3 and out and take a punt. We'll see.
Just want to just keep moving forward, though. You don't want to go backwards.
Exactly. Clock is now running. 2:25 to go. Parentozzi on the give to Mims, back in the game. That's good to see. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Timeout on the field. Council Rock's second.
On that play, Mims was stood up at the line, which really didn't allow him to get anywhere. Good job by Council Rock's defensive line.
Exactly, and I mean, their defensive line is huge. We all know that. I mean, they have a myriad of huge players on their defensive line. We'll see what Council Rock can do on defense here. Now they have a 2nd and 10. Of course, no gain on that last play. North Penn will probably try to stick with the ground game.
They just want to run out the clock at this point.
Council Rock has 1 timeout left, and they might save that. See if they can. If they hold North Penn here, they're in good position.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have 1 timeout left. They'll probably have a long way to go, but you never know. North Penn only has 1 timeout themselves. So, both teams with 1 timeout left. North Penn leading by 6, 13-7. 2:17 to go.
Council Rock's main objective here should just be try to stop the run, not go for anything fancy, you know. If there's a pass, they should go for the pickoff.
Yeah, they can really key on the run now.
Yeah,
they have Heike Johnson and Nate Bielhauer in the backfield. Nobody really wide.
Right.
They got Payne on the flanker. Might try misdirection here. Let's see what they do. Heike Johnson on the sweep, breaks free out to the 50 and cut underneath him by Mahoney. Close to a first down. Good job by Johnson.
I think they might be a little short on that play.
We'll see. The ref is taking a look at it. Timeout, Council Rock. That's their 3rd timeout. They're out of timeouts now. They're going to call it a 9-yard gain. 3rd and 1, ball on the 49-yard line. .205 to go here. Clock stopped due to the Council Rock timeout.
Math, a 4-letter word, right? Hey, you don't need that.
Why design the world's newest chips?
When you could be flipping the world's oldest burgers. Hey, wait a minute. This is math. Geometry, algebra.
No pocket protectors here.
But you're cruising without math. Yeah, right. Take a good look.
That's math staring back at you.
It's not a problem, man. It's an answer. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
Calling for 1 more second on the game clock.
We'll delay it. We'll delay it. You can't run it off.
What the referees want is 1:09 on the clock. The scoreboard shows 1:08.
I think they decided they're just going to hold it and delay the clock
They're
for a second.
They're going to count off 1 second and see what happens.
This end of this game has not been predictable.
No, this is far from your basic finish with the kneels. You usually don't see that. So 2nd and 20 for North Penn. Parentozzi will just take the snap right away and kneel. And he drops back and just does that. So, not exactly a kneel. That's not something you like to see, though. Your quarterback drop back. I mean, he just got plowed into by a couple guys there. You don't like to see that.
You're almost risking his health on that play.
Exactly, and that's not something you want to see. I mean, Tom Parentozzi's a tough guy and all, but let's face it, he's not your, average-sized quarterback. He's a little shorter and a lot lighter.
But he does a good job running this offense.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's got the smarts to run this offense, and that's all you're looking for. They have him listed at 165, but he's about $140. Parentozzi on the rollout, just trying to stay in bounds. He'll get sacked for the loss.
And
no big deal. That's it for North Penn football. 13-7 will be the final score. At this point, we'd like to thank our director, Bob Gilmer. On playback, we had Steve Schwartz helping us out with the Replay 16. On camera, Brian Brown, Melissa Croak, Sarah Connett, Alberto Poblana, and Mary Fakish. Clock is about to run out. Players will meet at the half of the field to shake hands. We'll be back after this with the wrap-up. Stay with us.
Only you
Can prevent forest fire.
And it's true. We know we can count on you to do what Rocky says.
drown your campfires with water. Make sure it's totally wet. Then stir and drown again.
We know we can count on you to do what Rocky says.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Welcome back to Crawford Stadium. It's a festive atmosphere. The band's going crazy. The Blue Crew's going crazy. North Penn wins 13-7. You can see them running off the field. Mike Mays, Jason Payne, they're all excited. Nate Vielhauer, the captain, Pete Myers, and Martin Leonard, 50 and 21 right there on your screen. They're our defensive co-MVPs of the game. And on offense, none other than that man right there, number 20, Lou Mims. He picked up a great game, came back in after he was injured, and was able to get that crucial first down for the Knights at midfield, Joe.
Yeah, Lou Mims did a heck of a job tonight. And on defense, Martin Leonard and Pete Myers really stepped it up for North Penn. They had a couple nice tackles towards the end of the game, right before Caton threw that crucial interception on their drive.
Well, North Penn's a very happy squad right now. They're 2-0. They're bringing it in for a huddle. They're going to be traveling to Ben Salem next week. We'd like to thank you for joining us on North Penn Football on North Penn Television 16. Our next telecast will be the next North Penn home game coming up. Stay with us. We'll see you there. Good night, everybody.